Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. Today I'm in the mood for a nice snack, and at my age I got to be careful with how much salt I take and how much carbs for my blood sugar. So we're going to try to do a really nice healthy snack using riced cauliflower. And in the past I've had pretty good luck. The cauliflower snacks and cauliflower mashed potatoes and things that actually taste very good. I bought a 16 ounce, I don't know if you need that much or not, we'll measure this out, of riced cauliflower. And we're gonna use 2 cups. So we'll measure in 2 cups. A little bit, half. I'll make mashed potatoes with the rest of this. Or should I say mashed cauliflower. So I put my 2 cups of cauliflower in a microwave dish. I saw some recipes, you can put this in a steamer, but I just thought the steamer would add a lot of extra moisture that you don't need, because then you have to wring it all out. So I'm just going to put this in a microwave. We'll do it for 1 minute and see what it looks like. You can see some of it looks cooked, some of it's not. Let's put it in for another minute. But I do think that's going to work a lot better than steaming it, because that steaming is just going to saturate that stuff with water, and that will not give us crispy cauliflower bits. While my riced cauliflower is in the microwave, I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees, and I want to grate some fresh Parmesan cheese. It doesn't really matter what brand or anything, but just make sure it's a fresh block to grate it. It's gonna work much better in the oven. If you buy the pre-grated stuff, it doesn't quite melt as good. All right, so let's, we're gonna grate up about 1.5 cups of the Parmesan cheese. And on my 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese, it ended up being about 5 ounces of a 5-ounce block of cheese. All right, let's look at our cauliflower. That looks pretty good. It's soft. A little bit of moisture. We'll try to wring that out. I've got a big mixing bowl. I've got some cheesecloth. I'm going to put in here, I'm going to pour my cauliflower into the cheesecloth. And then we're going to squeeze as much moisture as we can out of here. I may let it have to cool a little bit. It's pretty hot. Let's let it cool for a couple minutes. I think this is hopefully cooled off. And just squeeze. It's still pretty warm. But yeah, there's plenty of liquid in there. I'm just going to twist it. The more you can squeeze, the more crispy this is going to be. So for 2 cups of cauliflower, I probably got 2 or 3 tablespoons of liquid. All right, I discarded the water that came out, and then I dried this really good. So now we'll just put the cauliflower back in this bowl. So here we have it. It's almost going to be like a paste. Let's put in our 1.5 cups of grated fresh Parmesan. Let's spice this up a little bit with some salt. I'm going to go easy on the salt just because of the Parmesan cheese. A little bit of fresh pepper. Now also, instead of salt, you could get like a little envelope of the Hidden Valley powdered ranch and just sprinkle a little bit of that in there. You don't want to overdo that because that is extremely salty. I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. Whoops. And I'm going to snazz mine up a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of chili powder. Maybe 1/8 teaspoon of that. And maybe 1/8 teaspoon of some cayenne. And I think that's all I'm going to use. Because we're using Parmesan, I'm thinking Italian, so let's add just a little bit of dried oregano. Okay, we're just going to mix this up good. Okay, I've got a baking sheet here with some parchment paper on it. So what I'm going to try to do here is I have a 2 tablespoon measuring spoon. Let's do 1 tablespoon. Got plenty of those. That's much better, yes. Pay no attention to that 2 tablespoons. And we're going to make these like cookies. Just leave, a little space, leave an inch between each one. It's easier to spread these out with your fingers. Now hopefully using the fresh cheese, it's going to melt a little bit better. It's going to hold that cauliflower mixture. Tell you what, let's just scoop up this 2 tablespoons. We'll make it 1 tablespoon. I think I want this pretty thin because I want it crispy. Like I said, my oven's preheated to 400. We're going to pop these in there for about 12 minutes or so. We'll see what they look like in 12 minutes. And I think this is going to give us about 15 or 20 little chips. All right, so I brought these out in 12 minutes. They're just a little bit brown and crispy on the edges. I'm gonna let them cool off just for a little bit before I take them off. I don't want them breaking. And yeah, I think these are gonna be really nice. All right, let's see if we can slide these off. And actually, the Parmesan cheese really kind of puts me in the mood for pizza. So I'm thinking if you buy some pizza spice at the store and mix that in there, man, put maybe a little pepperoni on top of that and bake it. Little mini pizzas, again, low carb. Oh, all right, so for that recipe, I've got 17 chips. Okay, let's give these a little taste. They've cooled off a little bit. They hold together good. good. I like the cayenne in there. That's great. Wow. Yeah, it's nice and crispy. It's not, you know, like a potato chip or anything like that, but I guess the more you squeeze these down, the thinner you get them, the more crispy they will be. But I really like them. Nice little carb snack, late afternoon. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Dead Foodie right over there. Thank you for watching.